I am David F. Balog, co-founder of Owltalon Press, and I'll be doing a reading from Necromancer's Lament, my first novel, a work of young adult dark high fantasy. I peered around into the gloom and saw shapes lurking about the courtyard. Ormac, it appeared, used undead guards, and many more than we'd be willing to battle all at once, though part of me wished to try. The full-bodied creatures were more intimidating than Vlatraka swarms of, now destroyed, Clayto, though the psychological effect of seeing a dozen skeletal or mummified hands running on fingertips would likely cause an intruder to take flight rather than to try and fight them off. I wish we'd never allowed Larzad past the gate. I took a deep breath to steady myself. As I told the others, this was to be a diplomatic mission, and must not show my revulsion while speaking with Ormac. Whatever kind of unliving abomination he had become, he was still a powerful wizard, and must be treated with respect. As I stepped up to the heavy wooden tower door, it opened of its own accord. Crossing the threshold, I spotted a pair of dull yellow eyes by the door, and my nostrils filled with the scent of rotting flesh. Once I was inside, the creature slammed the door shut. It held a candle, which glowed with magical light rather than a flame. It was dressed as a servant in an undyed wool tunic with Ormac's crest stitched over the heart. Much of its skin was gone, either stripped away or desiccated into small patches, revealing the musculature beneath. The yellow eyes stared at me hungrily, and saliva seeped past its jagged teeth, dripping down its chin into the floor. Though it was the first one I had seen with my own eyes, I knew this creature to be a Yamke. The negative energy that animates these creatures is powered by living souls, and all Yamke need to feed regularly, or else go dormant. Yamke attack both body and spirit with their powerful fists, literally pounding the soul from the body with each blow. We stared at each other for a time, the Yamke seeming to be forcing itself not to attack. Then it turned away and said, "Come," in a harsh whisper. I followed cautiously in the dim light. His servants know the path. Jaundiced eyes are filled with wrath, I remembered from the divination, but was too focused on keeping myself calm to interview the creature. The stone floor had bits of rotted corpses in patches, and I could see a sitting area for receiving guests, which appeared to be long disused. We ascended a wide spiral staircase, which wound around a central pillar to the second floor, where we entered a maze of bookcases. Books, scrolls, tablets, and trinkets filled the shelves, and I felt as a child given a chest full of toys. As my excitement grew, the wan light began to dim further, and I could feel the greed and hunger emanating from the Yamke. I stopped, took another calming breath, and the feeling passed. What is happening to me, I wondered, but had no time to contemplate the issue as we turned a corner to face Ormac himself, at least what remained of him. At first glance, one could misconstrue the thing that was once the man called Ormac as but a desiccated corpse posed in a comfortable position, sitting in an overstuffed chair. He sat with his legs crossed, his elbows on the arms of the green-gray padded seat, and his ring-studded finger bones bridged in front of his solar plexus, where two ribs poked out through his tattered dark gray robes, which were likely black at one time. The taut flesh remaining on the left side of his skull, leaving him one cheek and one eyebrow, gave him an expression of thoughtfulness. A circlet sat on his brow, similar to the one Larzad had worn, and a silver necklace with a charm resembling a silver snowflake hung loosely around his neck. One could mistake him for only a corpse, but one would be a fool to do so.